AMC, are we setting up for another run higher? Is meme stock magic coming back in AMC? Let's dive deep, look at the charts, do a stock analysis in under 5 minutes. All right, AMC, boy, oh boy, this one's a doozy. So let's just first look here at the daily chart of AMC. And you can see we have definitely been stuck. I think this was the split back in here, if I'm recalling. But we've been stuck right around, let's just say $5 a share for the past 4 months or so. Stock's done nothing. Very tight ATR, average true range. Now, before that, obviously, end of 2023, 2024, the beginning of it, we had a big sell-off in it. Again, that was just a lot of the meme stocks like the GameStop, had the big decline. The Chewy, Fifi, all that jazz from all the hype, especially obviously from COVID. So AMC, not much in terms of the chart, right? And again, it's a Momo stock, it's a squeeze stock. So I just want to go ahead and pull up AMC using the penny option scanner. And we have seen some flow. So obviously September 27th, those expire from September 3rd. But then yesterday, we had an order of the October 5 calls, about 89,000 worth, 8,500 contracts traded. So I'm going to assume these are probably, I don't trade AMC much, but let's say 20 cents. I was going to say a quarter. So they're about 20 cents. So really cheap, right? So your break even be 5 plus 20 cents, 5.20. Let's just give it a 75-cent move, and that aligns pretty much exactly with the market maker's expected move, right? About 78 cents. Now, I do want to look at one thing. I want to look at volatility in AMC because implied volatility is going to obviously play a big role for pricing the options. And I'm just going to type in IMPVOL8D. Implied volatility, just add it as a lower study, and you can see, wow, it's rock bottom. Obviously, with the stock making a huge move here, volatility is higher. And you see how bigger candles here, and then when the candles tighten up, volatility went down. It's starting to creep up a little bit, maybe from that order, that we saw yesterday on AMC, but a little volatility increase. Remember, as volatility increases, the price of the options will increase. So, all right, we got some call flow. We got vol starting to pick up. Obviously, you want to buy cheap vol. So you want to buy calls, for example, if you're bullish when implied volatility is low. And then as the stock rises or volatility goes up, which is good, the price of the calls will go up in value. Price of the options in general, even the puts sometimes. But that's another story. All right, let's go ahead and look at insider buying and selling in AMC. I remember the CEO. He cashed out a lot back in the day. You can see I've been looking at timepieces. That's a whole nother market that's came down a lot. And you can see a director sold about $250,000. That's, not much. Looks like some firm has been selling. I really don't blame them. And it goes back all the way. This was 2020. No, this goes all the way back 2023-ish. So nothing recent, so to speak. And obviously, look at all these big sales here, 55 million and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and look at their CEO. Is it the same guy? It is. I will say this guy, in my opinion, not good. 70, he basically cashed out a lot of his stock. Only 25 million last year, while the stock has done nothing. But again, this is not a long-term investment. We're literally looking at short-term trading. That's it. Obviously, those options expired in October, so you have about 3 weeks, October 18th. Yeah, about 17 days. Let's see what our short interest is. We should have a high short interest because AMC is a stock that can squeeze. So let's take a look at it. I just went to finviz.com. About 14% short float. What is GameStop? Let's just compare it with some other names. GameStop's only 10% now, 9.5%. Let's do Fifi. Again, kind of a similar chart, right? Big spike. Left for dead. Oh, they won't even give it. Chewy. 10%. So, anything I would say over like 7% is a pretty big short interest. And for example, I like looking at like a short float, and let's just do like high. We'll go over 10%. And you can see some of the stocks. We'll just sort by volume, just double click it. You have like China stocks like IQ, Super Micro, Plug. So a lot of like beat down stocks. Basically, funds, people short the stock because they think, they're going to go down in value. So like Laser's another one, Rivian's another one, Lucid, all these kind of stocks that people bet against. What is Laser? Let's just look example, 25%. So the big thing that caused the whole GameStop short squeeze was that Hello Kitty, he was like, man, the short, I think it was like 50+% at the time. And that's why the stock had such a crazy rapid increase in value. So AMC, if I was a betting man, which I am, if I was a dice roller, which I am, I would say, why not? I don't think, you go all in on it, but if you want to take a short-term option trade, like, those October 5 calls, or even, you want to be a little bit more conservative, the October 4.5s, the 4's not much liquidity. It is pre-market, obviously, so it could just be a wide market. But like the 4.5s, you want to be a little bit more conservative, go to November 4.5s. You're paying 55 cents just about. I mean, it's worth a shot. What if you wake up one day, AMC has news, there's a big short squeeze, shares, could be up 20% in a day. Boom, you get a potential double. I like it. So, like it more than I hate it. I figure if it's in your risk profile, you got my thumbs up here on AMC.